there's some nice bit of these pine trees, some resin, and you can see it there. Well, I'm not going to take that because that's protecting the tree, but it's doing that because it's trying to protect itself and repair itself. But there's plenty of other trees that I can get some resin from. But yeah, this is where they took down quite a few of the trees at the beginning of the year, mid through the year. It all looks pretty harsh at first when they do it, but it's amazing over time, not even that long of a time as well, that they it all looks quite normal again. Chuck it on now. Just give it a quick heat up. I've only bought 2 litres of water out with me, which is fine, but I'm not going to waste water, so I'm only going to boil what I need. Nice, peaceful. I'll show you what I've done to my bag again. So I made that Kydex frame for it, which worked really well, apart from when you was carrying the bag, it dug in my back. Sorry. So with my Frost River pack, I done that video on making the Kydex frame for the pack, and the frame was fine. You know, it went in the pack brilliantly, and it made it stand up right, and it was all good. Trouble with it was when I done a video, when I come out using it, I felt that it was digging in my back as I was walking. Obviously, being hard plastic, it's going to do that. So I took it back. So I heated the Kydex up, and I formed it to sort of the shape of my back. And then I put in a sleep mat as a bit of sponge softener between the back and the rucksack. So I took it out again, and it was better, but still not. I still weren't that comfortable with it. It was still quite hard. On the larger Frost River pack with the framing, it works brilliantly. Because maybe, I don't know why, because it's a longer pack, I think it just goes past that point in your back where it's gonna dig into you. So what I did with this is I made this canvas, obviously trying to keep it in the same form as that, and a sleep mat, a frame for it, and definitely a lot better. Yes, it does sag down the rucksack, but it's not such a big issue. And then I haven't got anything at the bottom like I had before, so the bottom's pretty flat. And this comes out, as I show you, like now, I'll velcro it, and it's a decent mat. So it does 2 jobs. So there is a roll mat in there, not too thick because I don't want to take up a load of space in the pack, but it gives the pack a bit more structure, and it's really comfortable, and nothing digs in my back, which was the main issue for putting a frame in there. Was you might have your axe or something, as you see in there now. There's nothing there for your back, which is totally fine. You know that. You know when you buy these things, that's what it's going to be like. And but just making something like that is more comfortable than the Kydex. But on the big pack, it works fine. That sort of setup does. So that's an update on the Frost River pack frame. still using the Hills People chest rig. Absolutely love it, to be honest. And whatever gear's in here stays in here. So I've got the maps out down there, which I'll keep in here as well. And but today I just chucked in there my that was eBay. That I just chucked in there my Right in the Rain pouch, but that goes in there with my with the maps down there. So that can go in there quite easily. So I don't normally have that in there, but fits in there totally easy and fine. Really comfortable. You just don't know you've got it on once you're wearing it. So I have a fire striker, a few other bits and pieces in there, a bit of first aid. I can chuck my pen in here, and a few other bits, all the little small essentials, survival stuff. But because you've got it on, it's a lot easier. Because you're wearing it, it's a lot, you don't really know you've got it on. Really comfortable around the back straps when you've got your rucksack on, and it's a lot more comfortable than having belt pouches and possible pouches and stuff like that. When you lean over, you know, you don't come falling down or anything like that. So for me it works pretty well. And all done. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to get a bit of wood to start fire, just on the firebox. Got binoculars, so I'm just going to take a little stroll and collect a bit of wood and just have a look at the woodlands down that far end. So I've got my a saw hooked on the side here with a kydex sheath that I made a few years ago, and my knife I just put in my pocket. I don't know if you can see that, just there. I didn't want to put it on my belt today, so we're just going to have a little stroll. I like bringing out binoculars with me because it's amazing what you can see, and even there, like this. So I'm just walking along here, not far, maybe 100, 200 yards. Don't know really how far from camp. And I'm looking through the binoculars, and obviously you can't see anything but silver birch trees. But put the binoculars on, just an example. I'm scouting over there, scouting over there, and I've come across a shelter that someone's made. So we're going to investigate in that direction. Now look at that bar up there. You could make some cooksers out of that. See if I can get a better view of it. That's got to be like 1.5 foot, 2 foot long. Well, when that tree falls down, like a lot of them around this woodland, in this part of the woodland, I'll have that. So what have we got over here then? This is what I could see through the binoculars. Nothing really, looked like a bigger shelter from that, but it's obviously someone's stacked some wood here. Squirrel running up the tree over there. But yeah, obviously someone stacked this wood here. Maybe there is a camp around here. Over in that area over there, they took all them trees down sort of April, May time when I done a walk. I think I filmed that section. And yeah, you can see it where they've it's all a clearing now where that was all woodland. Fallen birch tree here. There's some birch polypile on there. Quite a decent size actually. Feels a bit cold actually. It's not frozen, but grab that. Right, so I was going to grab some of that wood from the, which was over there that someone put up, but it's just soaking wet. And this time of year when it's cold, obviously we've had rain, that's not going to start, it's going to take forever. So having a scout around, trying to find some decent wood. This is the sort of thing you're after. Now, touching that other piece of wood over there, it was soaking wet. Well, it wasn't even soaking, it was damp. And cold. Now obviously this section here is off the ground, and when it is windy, wind's coming straight from here, especially from that field there. Touch it, that is like dry as a bone. Further down it might be damp, but I don't need a lot, so even just by filling that I know that's pretty good to go. So I'm just going to take a few bits from here, nothing too much, I'm not going to go crazy, but this is oak, so this will be a slow burner. That's all I've got, that's all I need. There's 3 bits, I think that'd be more than enough. So we can go back and process that wood. So I don't need loads, but I'm going to only do sort of small, maybe 3-4 inches long. And you can see this oak's quite hard because it's going in the firebox. I don't need it to be too big. Right, we've chopped our wood. Now, I know the outside of that wood's cold or slightly damp, but we need to get to the middle bit of the wood. Now, this is not no tutorial, guys. This is just what I do and I've done for years. You know, it's easy to read about it, how to do it, but getting out and doing it is more important. Now, I try and get out as much as possible, and over the years, you know, you learn what works and what don't work, and sometimes it don't work. You know what I mean? So it's always learning, and it's also being lazy. You know, there's also the lazy side of it. You know, I've done it before, where I just sort of grabbed a few bits and pieces and tried to get a fire going, and struggling to get the fire going because I just ain't bothered to do it properly. But if you do it properly, like we should do today, just walk around and get the right dry wood to make sure we split it, because the outside of this, but all of this wood will be slightly damp, so we want the inner core. Once the inner core's like exposed, we can light that, and then when it burns, it will dry out the rest of it as it's doing it, as it's heating up. And what also I do, any bits of wood that I'm going to use as the process of getting a fire going, I will stack around the outside just to dry off any moisture which is there. And but what we're going to do with these now is split these down even smaller, because we want to get to the middle. We're always basically going to try and do a one stick fire in that one bit of wood. So here we use a knife. Could use an axe, but a knife would do the job. Maybe this bit of wood, and then all we're just going to do is split this wood down to really sort of quite small pieces, and we're going to do it not for everything, not for all of them, just for the ones we need to get the fire going with. And I will select the ones that I think are the driest. See, that's what you really want, is nice little thin bits like that. But we'll do some small little feather sticks, which ain't easy when the wood's this small, but just to something for the wood, something for the birch bark to catch. But the date, I think it's the 10th of December, 10th or 11th, 10th I think, no, it might be the 11th. So it was freezing cold temperatures this morning, the car was frozen this morning. When I got out of the car, I think it was 1 Celsius, and it had been raining for the last sort of, well, all over the weekend. So it's a good little tester. So next job, that birch bark we bought, that picked up here. Now it's all broken into bits, but we're going to try and get some decent bits from it. So shave up these little bits here. It's always good to have a dry surface, and we're going to see if we can get some of this going. So what I like to do is put a couple of bits of wood at the bottom of here, so there's like a gap where then I can put the fire lighter in there, whatever it is I'm using, and there's a bit of an airflow gap underneath there. We're going to get this going. So it's a bit brittle, this stuff, but it's really crackling up. I don't know if it's any good. If we had a lighter, this stuff would be alright, but we ain't, so we're just going to go with it and see what we'll come up with. It's just falling apart on me, but it's dry. That's a good thing. So let's give it a go. If it don't work, we'll go and get something else. Just carefully put it in there. And we try and get a smaller dry bits of wood all in the gaps. Then I'll normally chuck some more on. Make the most of that fire, that heat. Now, as long as you don't smother it and you just stack it up and there's plenty of airflow gap, hopefully that will take. I didn't actually put this on a very flat surface looking at it. Now I won't put any. I'll slightly build up bigger bits and pieces as it starts falling down. It's definitely got a good fire going on now. So put the tools back. Once that's gone down slightly, I'll stick the old billy can on there, and we get a hot drink. Now you can see it's smoking quite a bit now because I put some of the outer damper bits on, and it's burning off. It is like that sort of size bits in there, and it's just burning off the dampness around the outside. I picked up these little Kenko coffee, instant coffee. Can't remember one of the pound stores, and it's quite good. Look at that! Look, that's already drying out. It's going to go in here now, and now. Don't really want to waste any of the water, so I'll put that back in there. Once that flame's died down a bit, let's dry that off. I'm going to cook this in a couple of sausages and some eggs inside there. I'm actually going to chop the sausages down and do some sort of scrambled type egg there. I should have brought a frying pan out with me, but I didn't. You don't need to really, that's good enough. I'm just going to chop these down. Some coals there now, don't need nothing major, and just going to cook these up. It shouldn't take long. Well, I've just put the eggs in, I didn't film it because I would have done, but I must not have pressed the record button. But I've just got the sausages in there and some eggs. I'm going to put, and I just moved the eggs slightly around a bit. And now I'm just going to leave it. I did put a bit more, just a touch more wood on it. That's all you need, a little bit, and it just burns for a couple of minutes. Get that a bit more heat up, then it calms down. I think we're done now. we go. That worked pretty well, to be honest. Don't burn myself, but yeah. That's the underside, so it didn't burn. We're in. Nice. Right. I'm going to carry on eating. Oops, Jesus. Get out. Right, I'm going to carry on eating. Then you know what? I might lay and hammock for a bit. Why not? For half an hour, 20 minutes. 10 minutes more like. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Have me lunch, have my coffee, and just sit back quiet for a bit. Got my gear all packed up inside there. I just keep a food bag in now. Obviously I bring out food, but this is like food just in case I don't. I've got it in there. This is a bit of a pouch that I put bodged together, to be honest. It didn't work out right, so I had to muck around with it, but it'd do. That's it, I'm packed up. It's not that late, it's only 2:30, but it's only 2:30, but it's not that I'm going. I'm going to take a little stroll up and around for about another hour, but I've left the camp as it is really. A few bits of wood there, must be really damp by the time I get back, but come back. But there's another spot, I don't want to camp up there next time. It'd be great to do an overnight over there. But what we'll do here, what way should I walk down? That sun's, I can't see a thing, but the sun's really good today, really nice. So yeah, I'm going to take a walk up there actually, so I might walk down this way, walk up and then come round. There is a path up here. There's a pig farm over there, and I don't know what they're doing to the pigs, but they're making a racket. Yeah, there's some nice spots over each camp. It's a shame it's there's a road over there. Which ain't too. It's a fair enough away, but there's a field in between us. Yeah, there's a nice spot here. I think I'll come here next time. A little bit further away, and plenty of space to camp up here. And I think you're far enough away for any of the paths. So yeah, I think this will be the next. Just see it for the day anyway. There's another bit over there, another clearing, and over there.